with us. Conscious. Talk with us. See,
I hope you're drinking your water and staying hydrated because that is very important. This is your reminder to drink your water. If you haven't, stay hydrated. Hey guys, Harsh here and welcome back to Technolobe. This is the Redmi K50i. A couple of years ago, Xiaomi launched their very first K series devices over here in India, K20 and K20 Pro. The objective of this K series is very simple, providing very good value for money, and that's exactly what K20 and K20 Pro did. The Pro variant being more value for money, and even in 2022, it's a great smartphone. That is one of my favorite smartphones ever, the Redmi K20 Pro. So naturally, a question comes to my mind. Does this phone follow the same philosophy of the Redmi K series? Well, let's find out. Now, right off the bat, this is a mid-range smartphone. Whenever a brand makes a mid-range smartphone, they have a couple of options. First up, they can go with a very well-balanced smartphone, one which has good performance, good display, decent cameras, really good battery life and charging, basically an all-around smartphone. The other way is to take one feature, get that best in class, and then sacrifice on some other features. Redmi K50i belongs to the second category. So this is a performance-centric smartphone. Let me tell you what lies under the hood. It comes with a MediaTek Dimensity 8100 processor. Now this is an awesome processor and gives very good performance out there. Along with that, you get very fast RAM and storage as well, up to 8GB of LPDDR5 RAM and up to 256GB of UFS 3.1 storage. So performance wise, Redmi K50i is a champ. If you want to do heavy gaming on this smartphone, no issues at all. In fact, in BGMI you get the 90 FPS option enabled as well. So you can play at 90 FPS in BGMI, and if you're a person who loves to game for hours, then you should consider this smartphone because it will give you really good performance. In my testing period, I loved the performance of Redmi K50i. It's the main thing over here, and Redmi has done a good job in terms of optimization as well. The Dimensity 8100 is a very capable processor, and you can throw whatever you want at it and it will handle it like a champ. On the software side of things, you get MIUI 13 out of the box based on Android 12. MIUI 13 is very well optimized for this smartphone. I did not notice any major bugs or lags whatsoever. It has been a smooth experience as far as my initial impressions go. So you get the point that performance is the main thing with Redmi K50i. So Redmi has brought really good performance down to the mid-range price point, and in that they have sacrificed on a couple of things. First sacrifice is the display. Now you might expect this smartphone to come with an AMOLED display, maybe even a 90Hz AMOLED display or a 120Hz AMOLED display, and that's because of Redmi itself. Redmi introduced a 120Hz AMOLED panel in a budget smartphone with the Redmi Note 10 series, and that's why we all are spoiled. But that's not the case with Redmi K50i. It comes with an LCD panel. It's a 6.6 inches Full HD Plus LCD panel with a refresh rate of 144Hz. It also supports Dolby Vision, which is a good thing, but the point is that it is an LCD panel and not an AMOLED panel. Now I think that a lot of people are not going to like this because everyone expects an AMOLED display at this price range. But anyway, if you ask me about the panel quality is very good. Xiaomi has not cheaped out on the panel quality. It is a very good LCD panel, and the 144Hz refresh rate works extremely smooth. In fact, I think that LCDs are better at handling higher refresh rate as compared to AMOLED panels. You also get the adaptive refresh rate technology. Basically, the refresh rate will automatically change, and that is an excellent thing because it will help you save battery as well. So yeah, it's a very good LCD panel. Next up, let's talk about battery life and charging. Redmi K50i comes with a 5000 mAh battery. To be precise, it's 5080, and along with that you get a 67 watt fast charger inside the box itself. Battery life has been amazing on this smartphone. You can easily use it for a full day with some juice left towards the end of the day as well. And 67 watt fast charging is like the icing on the cake. It will charge your smartphone very quickly. In fact, in 15 to 20 minutes, you can get up to a day's power, which is excellent. So no complaints in terms of battery life and charging as far as my initial impressions go. Some of you might be wondering what about the cameras. On the rear side, you get a triple camera setup. A 64 megapixel primary camera. Now this is a Samsung sensor. Nice. Along with that, you get an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. And finally, our beloved 2 megapixel camera. On the front side of things, you get a 16 megapixel selfie shooter. If we look at the photos, my initial impressions are positive. Redmi K50i is shooting some good images for the price of this smartphone. Dynamic range is impressive. impressive, the photos are detailed, and the colors are good as well. I like the photos especially from the main 64 megapixel camera. Along with that, you also get the ultra wide angle camera, and the ultra wide angle camera is also doing a good job. It's not like the ultra wide angle camera is trash. In fact, it is a good ultra wide angle camera, and I think that this is because of the processor as well. The processor plays a major role in smartphone photography because of the ISP, and Dimensity 8100 has a good ISP. So at the bottom line is that as far as my initial impressions go, I am happy with the camera setup on the Redmi K50i. If you look at the selfie camera also doesn't disappoint. You get detailed selfies and the skin tones are good. Now if you talk about the design and build quality, I really like the way Redmi K50i looks. It is a modern smartphone and this color is incredible. Every time I look at this smartphone from a different angle, it shows me a different color, which is kind of trippy but looks good as well. As far as build quality goes, you get a plastic back panel and a plastic frame as well. You do not get a glass back panel. So yeah, there's one more corner that Xiaomi had to cut off. One design choice that I really appreciate is the headphone jack. Yes, you do get the 3.5mm audio jack with this smartphone, which is excellent. So if you want to use your wired earphones while gaming or something like that, then you can definitely do so. The output from the headphone jack is very good. As far as the speakers go, you get good speakers with Redmi K50i. It's a stereo speaker setup and the output is good. This smartphone also retains the IR blaster. Basically, you can use this smartphone as a remote control to control various appliances. For example, your ACs, TVs and other appliances. IR blaster works really well on the Redmi K50i. As far as biometric authentication goes, you get a physical fingerprint sensor embedded on the power button. It's a physical one, it's fast and accurate. So coming back to the main question, does this smartphone carry on the legacy of Redmi K series? I'm going to say in a way it does because of the performance that it offers. Performance is the main point over here, and if you are looking for a performance centric smartphone in this price range, then you cannot go wrong with the Redmi K50i. It offers very good performance, in fact the best in class performance in this price range, and you can definitely go for it if that's what you're looking for. Remember, it comes with a 144Hz LCD panel, and if you're okay with that, then why not? You can buy the Redmi K50i. I will drop a link to it in the description box below. So anyway, that's been it. This was my very quick impressions about the Redmi K50i. Do let me know how you feel about this video in the comment section down below. If you like this content, go hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. My name is Harsh Punjabi, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.